Yo YouTube and welcome back to the channel. Today we're back for another coaching session with the boy Red Panther. This guy is a long time sub. He's actually always active in the stream in terms of he's always there, always vibing out. He's actually live right now as well. He's chilling with us in the stream. So we're going to be going through, breaking down his gameplay, showing you what he did well and things I think he could have done slightly better at. Let's get right into it. Starts off, it looks like he's in a 4-stack. So immediately, I'm seeing a little bit of complacency in terms of his positioning and something I really want to go through and why I believe this is a bit of an error straight away. So he's going through, and if we look right now, from my perspective, what can Red see? What can Red really look at right now? If we look through, it's not much. It really isn't much. So we're going to start off, before we get into the gameplay, let's start off at think of our goal. What do we really want to see here? What is our actual goal here? So we're going to keep Red as number one. He's going to be the Red number one here. They go through, so he's going to be here. We're going to have his teammate. So he's actually playing in a 4-stack, it looks like. Now, when they're playing in a 4-stack, I'm going to be a little bit more critical because they should be setting up in better positions. So right now he has 2 on the right, and he's standing right here. So for me, straight away, I want him to be up top. I want him to be up top, being like a sentry gun. For me, him standing here is kind of useless because he's holding the same angle as his teammate. If I ask you right now, what type of map control does Red have? Honestly, it's this. And his teammate right there has the exact same angle. So you're already seeing a little bit of a misplay because you're not maximizing your efficiency. Now, look what happens. You take your time, you go through. Now, by now, in terms of timing wise, by now, I could expect the blue team to be pushed up. The blue team could be around these stairs. So you can already see how being this complacent and just being a little bit laid back here can cause issues with the timing. So we need to definitely work on that. He goes through and you can already see, think about it. I want you to stop and think about it for a second. There's a player on the hill. And there's also a player around there. Now, this is, I believe, a gold lobby. We'll confirm when a few kills go either way. But this player right here, if he was a better player, let's say he was a crimson player, right? He could be pre-aiming Red up here. Why? Because this is a power spot. At the start of the game, what generally happens... Okay, silver lobby, perfect. So this is even better to understand the kind of what goes on in these type of lobbies. It comes down to timing. Right now, I want you to pay attention to both of the main ARs. Or I say main ARs, both of the ARs here. You can see Red isn't focused on their power position. He's not focused anywhere here. And you can see their guy is not focused anywhere here. So immediately what I'm seeing is no one's really taking care of the power positions. So when you're playing in these positions, Red, you can simply go to these power positions and just be a bit faster, be a bit more aware. Like, you know what, let me get up top, let me pre-aim the power positions. Instead of walking and taking your time and going through, getting your pistol out, think where you are right now. I want to see you with an AR on this heady, not letting anyone through. That's the difference. I want to see you on this heady, and if I show you the line of sight I want you to have, it's like this. I want you to be able to watch this whole area, and cover everything. Get damage down, be annoying. You should be able to watch this whole area. There's no need to have a pistol out right now. You should be ready for the gunfight, ready with your AR. You see, you go through, you got a pistol, you're backing away, you're trying to, find these small little angles. But again, as a main AR, you should be putting the damage down, being annoying to deal with. So I don't mind this play here. I think it's a good little read, trying to see if anyone's pinching you. But can you see you've actually put 0 damage down? If you think about what's happened now, you put 0 damage down in the first 30 seconds of the hill. Now, it's not a massive issue, but it's just one of those things where already as a game started, and now you've given up your high ground. So you can see how these small things are adding up, right? This is only 1 minute of gameplay I'm seeing from you, and I'm already seeing these small things that we got to get rid of. These are bad habits. So the first one is just not putting enough damage down. We want to be putting more damage down. And the second thing is maintaining the power positions, okay? So right now, look at this. You're going through, immediately you jump down. So not only have you not put any damage down, you've now lost your power position. So you just asked in the chat, should be more aggressive with the question mark. It's not about being more aggressive in terms of map control. It's about using your positioning more effectively. Like right now, you could stay here and go on these head glitches. Like just use your cover here, use your head glitch. There's no need to jump down because now you've lost your cover. This guy's out in the open. If you were standing up here, if you think about it logically, you standing up here and the blue players here, if you look at my attack maps, I think you should get that kill every time. I think you should take this guy off, and then you should take the guy bridge off. You should take this guy off. You should take the guy tunnel off, and you should create some space for your teammate. You should create this space for your teammates to push through into this area. So it's just about being more effective with the AR. Right now, I feel like it's very ineffective. You jumped off, and now you're pushing through the front. Your teammate's there. 25 seconds left, and now you're getting on the hill. And for me, it's just, yeah, it definitely could be a bit more effective there. And now you've actually given up the right side of the map. We go through. Tried to jump on that thing, but missed the jump. I see what you're saying, but again, for me, I'd rather you be on top third there than even give it up at all, okay? 10 seconds left. Let's have a quick pause and see, right, where do we think they're going to be spawning here? So a good job clearing the hill. Right now we're going through, and there's 2 spawn points. So spawn point number 1 is going to be around there. Spawn point 2 is going to be around there, okay? So in this scenario, if we can paint a picture here together, we can go through the map and we can see, right, where is Red's team and where are the enemies expected to be? So we have Red Bed, which is sitting right around here. Sorry, Red Panther. It's because I have a subscriber called Red Bed as well. I always get confused with their names. I'm not going to lie. It's not good for me, but I always get confused. That's on me. So you go through. There's 2 of them there. You have another player back there and you have a 4th around there. We know that the blue team are going to come through this area here. So if I was thinking out loud, where are they going to come from? Most of the time, they're going to push through the left because it's easier and it's closer to the rotation. So I'm actually expecting right now the blue team to come through this front area, and crossing through, and maybe one through tunnel. So if I'm red right now and I have a teammate in the hill with me, what should I be doing here? What should Red Panther be doing here? In my opinion, he should be cutting the lanes and being effective. And this is where I think you can start to play a little bit different. This is where I think you can start to maneuver a little bit different and say, right, my teammate's sitting on the hill. All I need to do in this scenario is get to a power position. Let me go to this car here. Let me head glitch this car here. Let me go right. I've got my stun and nade. You see that? Let me stun and nade this cut here. Let me just stop the team from pushing through. I want to keep the blue team trapped in this yellow area. You see, this is where I want to keep them. I want to keep the blue team trapped over there. So you need to do your job here and be really annoying to play against. Let's go through. This is how I would like you to play, being a bit more evasive, being a bit annoying, chucking a stun, chucking a nade, maybe going top snow, just getting into power positions and stop them from getting through. Let's see what you actually do here. So you can see you're holding it, but can you see how there's 2 people here? And for me, you've read this a little bit wrong. And this is where it comes down to. Look at the kill feed. You guys got 2 people down, and then you got a kill earlier. So that's 3 down right now. So with 3 people down, they are going to spawn. Where are they going to spawn? We went through it earlier. They're going to spawn right there. Okay. So it's quite unlikely, with 8 seconds left, it's quite unlikely that someone's going to wrap around all the way around there. It's definitely possible, but it's just not very likely. There's a high chance someone goes through tunnel, and there's an even higher chance that they go through this left area. So your job, in my opinion, should be to watch that mini map and say, right, where are they likely to come from? It's going to be this area here. It's going to be P5. So you going here now, what you've done is, instead of being here, you see Panther, instead of being here, instead of cutting this lane, being annoying and just kind of stopping their push, what you've actually done is you've retreated and you've gone all the way there, you see? So now you've actually left your teammate in a 1 versus potentially 3, because the players you were going to stop have now pushed through, you see? So they've now pushed through. They're now fighting your teammate, and you're all the way back there. So it really comes down to understanding the map, understanding the spawns, and trying to cut the lanes a little bit more effective. Because now, look, you're holding it from the back, you're going through, and you can see he ends up pushing all the way through the left-hand side here, through P5, because your teammate's by himself. So you have one teammate on the hill by himself, and you can see he's in a fight, and he's like by himself there, the other team's dead, and you've basically given up the whole map control there. So it really comes down to stopping them in the mid-map, okay? That's the key difference here. What you did was okay, you rotated backwards, that's fine. But in this scenario, when you had the map control and your team was set up like this is how your team was kind of set up, and you're sitting like this, right? You should be thinking, okay, I need to actually stop the blue team. I need to stop the blue team from getting into this area. If I can stop them from getting here, if I can get 1 or 2 kills and spawn them back here, that is very, very beneficial. That is very beneficial. So that's where I think you could have played it slightly different here. Let's keep playing and see what we can do with this next information. Again, if you've got any questions, Red, ask away. I've got my chat on the other screen. So what do we have here? We have a flip of spawns, and this is where it gets really interesting. So what you end up doing is you guys go through, your team ends up losing their gunfights, and you now flip the spawns. Now, this is the bad spawn. This is where they were spawning. Now, this is really interesting. I want you to look right now, Red, and I want you to really pay attention to my attack maps here. This is the setup that I had for the blue team. When I said they spawn here, this is what I think. I think 1 goes through tunnel and 3 goes through the left. I said earlier, I don't think anyone really goes through the far right here. Now, we're going to see it play out. Let's see what you do here. You go through the middle and you have 3 through the left, you see? So even without watching this gameplay, I predicted this. Why? Because it's quite a common thing. So when you're on the other side, when you're on the other side of the equation, when you guys are playing in positions like this, I want you to think ahead and say, right, what should I do in this scenario? How can I be impactful? And you can see you went left here, but think about it. If you go forward, imagine this from the other perspective. This is your opponent. This is your opponent, and this was you. You see the difference? Instead of watching this tunnel where the opponent is, you should have been going right here instead of left, you see? Imagine right now there's an opponent on your right. Instead of watching this tunnel, he goes right there. Look, can you see how difficult it is to break? And look at your team here. This is so important. This happens in these type of lobbies. Your team is able to break through middle because no one's stopping you. You see, no one's stopping you? I mean, this guy kind of stopped you. He did an okay job, but that's what I wanted you to do. What we just saw is what I wanted you to do. Look at this. You go through. Look at your team right now. If I ask you right now, is your team rotating? The answer is yes, because they're not making it difficult. The enemy's not making this difficult for your team. Look, your whole team is able to run right through the front. Very, very easy for them. So we're trying to stop them from doing that. We're trying to go through. Look at this guy. He cuts the lane middle, right? That's what I wanted you to do. Panther, that's what I wanted you to do. I wanted you to cut the lane, but say you got 2 kills there, look how far you spawn now. You're going to spawn, well, in this case, it's a bit weird because they didn't block the spawns, but you would have spawned at the back of the new hill, sorry, the old hill. So it really comes down to that. In this scenario, you guys go through, you guys end up getting the good spawns for this hill, but this is the bad spawns for P3. So we're going to play it out here. 20 seconds again. This is where the pacing is really important. They've ended up flipping the spawns again. They flipped the spawns again now. So now let's go through P3 spawns, where we spawn him. You guys are spawning here. The opponents are spawning here now. Now, this is good for P2, but this is terrible for P3, you see? So during the end of P2, when there's 25 seconds left, you should be thinking, oh, you know what? I actually want this spawn here. So yes, it's good for P2, but it's bad for P3. And that's what you need to do. JM said, yo, isn't ranked over tonight, so why is somebody getting coached? Bro, most of these skills are transferable. So these skills we're going through now, they're going to apply to Black Ops 6. The only thing different between now and Black Ops 6 is the maps, the meta, the mechanics and stuff like that. All this stuff, spawn knowledge, hardpoint knowledge, map rotation, this is all transferable skills. What you learn now will transfer over to Black Ops 6. So that's why, bro. Should be rotated to the left right now. So great question what you're asking. And again, it really comes down to just thinking of the map and thinking about what you guys want, okay? Exactly, bro. You got it straight on, JM. IQ's IQ. It transfers over. So yeah, right now, I think the only thing I would say, Panther, is the fact that 4 of you are here, for me, is just a bit of a misplay. Because let's look at your team right now. You can see how there's 4 of you here, right? Realistically, every single player is 25% of the team. You right now, if you look at your team, you have allocated 100% of your team resources onto P2. You put 100% of your resources onto P2 with the 20 seconds left here. Now, if I was a good blue team, if I was coaching the blue team and they had a good setup, they would have something like this. They would have somebody up top, maybe 2 people up top, maybe somebody at the back here just holding spawns, maybe somebody in the top window here, something like this for the start of this, like for the remaining 20 seconds, right? Let's say the last 15 seconds, whatever. And you can see now the disconnect. Every kill they get on you, you're going to spawn all the way back here. So what happens is once this hard point's done, let's say there's 3 seconds left and you're spawning here. If you're spawning here at the end of the P2, you have to go through all the way over there. And that is what you don't want. So during these scenarios, you need to look at the map and say, right, why are there 4 of us here? We don't need to have 4 people here. We're investing too many resources here. Look, you're going through. And think about it. This guy, Jack, what is he actually doing here, Red? All he's doing, bro, is keeping you distracted. He's not actually worried about this hill. He's just simply keeping you distracted, delaying your push. All he's trying to do, if he gets a kill right now, let's say he kills you, he doesn't end up killing you. Let's say he killed you there. You would have spawned all the way back there. That would have been so long for you to rotate to P3, you see? But if you kill him, guess where he spawns? Like you just killed Jack right now. Do you know where he spawns? He spawns right there. He spawns on the new hill. So he's essentially, this is his pushed out. This is his second lane, basically. Just got to make sure that we have a bit more map control here, okay? 5 seconds left. Now, one thing they didn't do too well is they didn't push out enough. As I say that, they end up killing you. Let's see where you spawn here. And this is everything. This is everything. Goku, hit me up on Discord and we can do some Warzone coaching, bro. I got you. This is everything, Panther. You just died and the new hill just popped. Because you died on P2, these were the current spawns. So there was 3 seconds left and you died. Once you die, guess where you spawn? Right here. Now P3 is activated. You have about 20 seconds to get there. You see? And this is the big difference. This is where the issues start to occur because you're playing for the old spawns, you're going for the old hill. Now look at this, there's a minute left, right? Look, you're pre-aiming and you're just slowing down your push right now. You're slowing down your own play, it goes through, and think about it. It's been 15 seconds and you guys haven't even gone close to the hill. 15 seconds, you guys haven't even gone close to the hill. Now what happens against a better team? This is the silver lobby, right? So what happens against a better team? For you guys that are watching, you're like, look, I'm not silver, I struggle a little bit, but I'm not silver, right? This is the difference. Against a silver lobby, the blue team, are playing quite reserved like this. Against a crimson lobby, for example, they will have a further pushed out setup, you see? So if you're playing a crimson right now, I can guarantee he would be on this head glitch snaking it. So every time you go through this area, he kills you and then you spawn further back, you see? So that's the difference between these type of lobbies. Obviously there's gun skill and movement and stuff, but right now, can you see how you're holding this angle? They're not really applying pressure to you. So you're able to get into tunnel without much pressure. And that's a big, big difference, okay? Goku, let me know if that link doesn't work, bro, and I'll give you a new link. But Panther, man, this is, you know, it's good because we can definitely learn a few stuff here, bro. I think your raw gun skill and stuff, you know, I'm not really too worried about. It looks like you know what you're doing in terms of your centering and stuff like that. Obviously comes down to more practice, but for me, it really comes down to map awareness. Like if I pause it right now, think about what's happened. It's taken you 35 seconds to get from one spawn to the new hill, you see? So earlier on, when you were fighting for the 20 seconds, right? Let me go back. You know when you were fighting right now, you see? When you were fighting for these 25 seconds, you were giving them this time and you were giving them the new 25 seconds, you see? And that's how hardpoints start to stack together. So now we go through and we don't want the same thing now, right? Think about it. How long's left? 25 seconds. What do we not want right now, Red? We don't want the same thing. And guess what? You guys did the same exact thing. This time on the other side here. So this is good. The reason why I say it's good is because it's a common mistake you're making. And hopefully after this session, you can start to kind of work on it. It definitely takes some time and it's definitely a hard thing to do. So don't worry too much if you're struggling with this. It really does come with practice, okay? So we're on P3 right now. So right now, let's go through the P3 spawns. Remember, the P3 spawns are activated for the next 20 seconds. Very important stuff here. So we have one spawn, which is around there. And we have one spawn, which is around there. This is for P3. So, Red, if I ask you right now, for the first 35 seconds of the hill, where would you like to spawn? I would personally say, for the first 35, 40 seconds of the hill, I would like to spawn here, right? Because I'm around P3. But then, when there's about 25 seconds left, in a perfect scenario, if I'm living in a perfect world and there's 25 seconds left, I actually want to have P2 spawns. And this is where people struggle a little bit because they think, oh, we're on P3, we need these spawns the whole time. And that's where it gets a little bit wrong. You see? There you go, Red. You've hit a nail on the head. There you go, Goku, as well, bro. So you want P1 at the beginning of the hill. Okay? So you want this at the start of the hill. Okay? This is your start, and then this is your end of the hill. I hope that makes sense. Again, for people watching now, this isn't just about Modern Warfare 3. This isn't about sub-base. This is how it plays in every map, every game. Black Ops 6 will be the same thing. The spawn system may change a little bit, but the system will be the same. There will be a good spawn and a bad spawn, and you're trying to manipulate the spawns. Anything after 20 seconds, again, it really comes down to the hill. Because certain hills like P1 and P2, you could have from earlier, right? You could have both sides. You could have good side on both. Like for P1 and P2, you might want this spawn the whole time, you see? So it really comes down to the hill. But generally, you're right. In terms of having a rough idea in your head, because look what Panther's doing now. You're going through and look where your teammate spawns. Your teammate spawns where? Over there. So what does that tell me? We now have the bad spawn. So you're right to rotate now. You're right to rotate. But again, against a good team, guess what? Against a good team, where are they going to be here, Panther? Against a better team, they're going to have people top third, you see? And that's where, once again, it comes the difference. Right now, you're getting away with a lot because you're kind of just running around. Nothing crazy is happening. And the teams are playing very deep. Right now, what I'm noticing in these lobbies is both teams are playing very deep. You're playing very, very deep in terms of one spawn to the other. But against better players, they're going to have mid-map control. They're going to be really annoying. I guarantee if you went to like a Crimson lobby right now, you probably wouldn't be able to get to this bridge for free. You probably wouldn't be able to get here for free. It'll be really, really difficult. Goku, thank you so much for the sub, man. It means a world to me. Chat, show him some love. Thank you so much, bro. So you go through and look what I mean there, bro. Panther, in these type of lobbies, I don't really want to focus on your gun skill too much. I want to focus on the map awareness for the first session and get you to understand the concept, okay? And then for the next session, we can focus on your gun skill and your gunfights and stuff like that. I want to break down the sessions to give you a bit more of an intel. So right now you have the good spawns. So we're going to focus on the spawns today, focus on the map control and what we can do, okay? So if you have any questions, feel free to ask away. But you're spot on what you said. I shouldn't push that far. I should be holding them back from rotating and make sure we have the next hill. There you go. Perfect. So right now, same thing here, bro. You see how there's 25 seconds left here? What we don't want to do is we don't want to get trapped in this area. You see how right now you're a little bit trapped in this area. You guys don't have a lot of map control. It's the same kind of thing. It's just on a new hill. So if we look through to the map here, we're on P4 now. You're sitting right there. You have someone on the hill and you have 2 more people back here. So if I looked from a bird's eye view and I said, right, what is the map control of the red team? Let's go to the red team and show the map control. So we're going to go through and this is what I would see. I would see, okay, so he's got someone there. So this is the map control I would gather. If I showed you this whole map from a bird's eye view, if we look at attack maps together here, do you think this is a good area of map control? I don't think so. I don't think this is a great area of map control. I think you could have a lot more. So what do we want to do? What do we really want? We want our players like yourself, the main ARs. We want you guys to take up more power positions a little bit further up, you see? So instead of sitting here and like staying in this position right now, with 20 seconds left, what I would actually want from you, Panther, is being top third or being in the window, right? Because what does that do? That pushes blue even further back, you see? Because right now with you being here, you've given blue all of the map. You've let blue have the whole map. So when P5 starts, when we go in towards P5 now, they know where you are. They're just going to hold angles. So for the first 20 seconds of P5, they're just going to hold the angles. You guys are going to have to break through. You're going to be checking every corner, and it's quite difficult. So this is why you guys are in a deficit right now, because look at this. With 20 seconds left, you're holding this hill. Remember, how much of your attention is on this hill right now? I would say 100% of your team attention, maybe 75. You see? So it really comes down to that, okay, bro? 4 seconds left. How many people on the old hill? You and your teammate. So as a team, 50% of your team, 50% of your team resources are right here, bro. 50% of your team resources right now are in this little box. And this is everything. 50% of your team are in this area as map control. We want people spread out. We want someone there. We want someone there. We want someone on the hill. We want someone being annoying middle map, holding spawns, being annoying, really, really maximizing your map control here. Okay, bro? Let's go through. We go across. Again, it comes down to spawns. So I can see you're predicting the spawn here. They don't actually spawn at the back there. They spawn on the left side. So for this specific hill, they spawn either there, or they kind of sometimes spawn, they kind of spawn where you wrote. It just depends on the hill. It depends where people are. Yeah, they can spawn like around there. It just depends. This hill's always a bit weird in my opinion. This hill is a bit weird. But again, you see what you're doing now? You're getting a bit more narrow. It really comes down to just trying to stop being narrow here, bro. Try to like spread the map and be annoying. You see right now how you're going closer and closer and closer. Once again, like, you're watching the same thing as your team, and this is, if I pause this right now and said, okay, Red, how do you think your map control was right now? I want you to tell me. And I think you would say, yeah, it's not the best. And I would agree. Why? Because look what you have. Forget the blue team for a second. You're sitting right there. You have a teammate right there, and you have a teammate right there. So there's so many more angles that the enemies have over you. We want to be stretching it. You want to be sitting over there or sitting top third or just being annoying from a different angle instead of retreating with your team. And that's where I think you guys can get a little bit better. 10 seconds left. Okay, cool. So right now, what do you want to do? Stretch them out. Go left a little bit. Perfect. This is really good from you, Red. Great stuff there. Communicate with your team and see what's kind of missing here. Good stuff. So this is a lot better. This is a lot better. You're watching over. You see someone through the window. You see someone through the right window here. So again, it's just not being tunnel vision. You see there's a guy right there. And just being a little bit more, bit snappy, bit quicker with these kind of stuff here. It's not terrible. It's not bad at all. Again, trophy system, stun. Just being a little bit more quicker, a little bit more snappy. Look at the minimap. There's someone right there. He's going to come through your window. So when I'm watching this lobby, it looks like, you know, they're not that good. So I feel like you do have a bit better gun skill than them, and they're very slow. So I do want to see you keeping up on the training ground, keep on shooting bots and stuff like that. And again, it just comes down to practice and awareness. So I wanted to focus on the map control and the mini map. I will say one thing I've noticed is I don't know how much you use the mini map. I want you to let me know. Is that something you kind of struggle with? I'll give you a perfect example right here, okay? As we go through, I want you to pay attention to the minimap with me. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Right here. So if we look at the minimap together, right here, you see that player? That shows me he's underneath you. So right now, I know there's a player underneath. I would turn around and think, oh, he's probably going to push my window. So right now, I'd watch the window for a second. But you see how you got tunnel vision? You're kind of standing here, you're standing here. And look what happens. He takes his time. He gets a bit delayed here. But look, he goes through and he ends up killing you. And that's the guy from earlier. That's the guy that jumped through the window. So again, it really comes down to just looking at the mini-map and saying, right, what can we do here? As we go through right now, what should we be doing? Well, my teammate gets 2 down. My teammate gets 3 down. Okay, this is going to take this one home for you, Red. My teammate gets 3 down. Where did I just spawn? I spawned back here. So, that's good. That's good, Red. Red, I want you to ask any questions for this bit, okay, bro? This is really important. This is going to take your knowledge home, okay? We just spawned here. This is our spawn. On P1, we spawned here. P2, we know is over there. Where do they spawn? They spawn over there, okay? Perfect. So right now, we're on the same page. We know where they spawn. Now, the next thing we want to do is look at our kill feed. Why? Because a kill feed shows me 3 deaths. So 3 deaths means 3 spawns. Very simple, okay? So that means 3 people are going to spawn up. So let's go to the map. So you have 1, 2, and 3. They're going to spawn up. The 4th player, we don't know where he is. We can assume he's somewhere there. Where are my teammates? One's behind, we'll make you number 1. 1 spawned up. I'm going to the left here. I have a teammate on the hill. And I have another teammate around middle. If you are playing in a party right now, you're playing in a team, in a party, you should be communicating to the player in the hill to watch his tunnel. The player on the right, whoever this player is, you should be telling him, pick up P5. Pick up the right window. This is your setup. And then you bump the hill. And this is what I want to see more of. You bump the hill. But instead, look what happens. So this is what I wanted to see. I chose kill feed more. That's something I'm working on. Perfect. Red, this is what I wanted you to do instead, bro. Look at your current setup. Your current setup is you have somebody over there. So what I'm going to do is for your current setup, I'm going to put it in. I'm going to put it in green to show you what it is. So your current. Oh, this is so lucky. Oh, okay, my mistake. It looks like because of the colors, I thought it was team. Okay, fair enough. That's fine. But in this scenario, you should be looking at the map and saying, right, they are going to push through the left or through tunnel. Just like we went through earlier, it's very rare that they're going to go all the way around the left. We don't need to worry about that just now. For now, if I was you, I would be worried about the tunnel and this area here. But I want to see what you do and if you kind of read that danger. So let's see what you do. So this is where I think you read it a bit wrong, you see? And again, just like we went through earlier, I think you read this a little bit wrong. You went to the other side here. So instead of you being somewhere like top 3rd, imagine if you were top 3rd right now and you're stopping them from pushing these areas. Instead, you're over there now, you see? And this is the big disconnect. Where you are now is not where you need to be for this hill because they're not pushing there. They're going through this area. They're going through the left. If we play out now, this is actually really bad because if your teammates die now, they're going to have the spawns. You see you're not finding anyone? It's because they're all coming through the left. You see? So look, now you're behind them, but they've already pushed through the left here. So now you're going through, you might get 1 kill here. He's right there. He's right there. So you get that kill, but the other team, they've already gone through red. You see? The other 3 teammates, they've already crossed through to their area. They're already fighting in P2. So you essentially did a lap and didn't really help your team there. You're now leaving your teammates in a 3 versus 3, which they could lose, and you could lose the spawns. So again, it comes down to minimap awareness. So look, you're going through, and guess what? They lose the gunfights. They lose the gunfights, and you lose the spawns, you see? That's exactly what happens there. Look, your teammates fighting. Your teammates are fighting a 3v3. No one's holding the spawns. Your teammates are fighting. Your teammate dies. You go through. You're in a fight now, and look at your teammate spawns. There you go, Red. There you go. You should be focusing on cutting the lanes. You should be focusing on cutting the lanes and being impactful. Instead, you kind of went round, and now look where your teammates are spawning. If you look at the map here, Red, can you see how they're spawning on the left there? That means they're spawning over there. That is not what we want. Remember what we said earlier. For P2, at the start of P2, where do we want? At the start of P2, we want to spawn here. We want to spawn here. At the end of P2, yes, that's fine. We can spawn here. But for the start, we do not want to spawn across the map. So we go through, and it's just the same thing. Now you're trying to break it. Again, gun skill wise, I'm not having an issue. I don't think I'm seeing much of an issue with your gun skill. I think it can be a little bit faster, a little bit snappier, but I think that comes down with experience. For a silver player, gold player, I think your gun skill is absolutely fine. I do recommend going to drills and, shooting hundreds, if not thousands of bots and just really getting as much practice as possible and upping your experience. But in terms of game awareness, again, it really comes down to that one element. Right now, 20 seconds left, all 4 of you in one area. Let's see what you do here. So you're going to start to rotate. This is fine. This is better from you. You're rotating. This is a bit better from you. You're going through. But just now, again, being a little bit more decisive. You're sitting here, and you're not really making a play. Like, if I'm the enemy team right now, you haven't really scared me. You see, you haven't done anything crazy scary for me. Like, I'm just sitting here like, oh, red's not even pushing mid-map. If you feel like there's an opening, get through, jump on there, go to the top area. You should be fighting them over here. You should be killing them and trying to spawn them here. That's one thing you're not doing, is you're not trying to flip the spawns. Look right now, with 15 seconds, 20 seconds left, okay? You're going through. I want you right now to say, okay, no one's middle map. What does that mean? What does that mean, Red? If no one's middle map, it means they are playing passive. They are playing very scared, and this is the bad play from them. They are playing like this. This is how they're playing. I guarantee they're playing scared like this. But you're sitting here. Now, in this scenario, there's no reason for them, from their current situation, to run out into the open. So you're trying to fight them over there, but no one's even pushing it. So what you should be doing is you should be jumping up top. You should be getting to the high ground. So once you get to this high ground, you should be killing them off the hill. You should be trying to get kills. And your goal right now should be trying to stop them from spawning there and get them to spawn here. If you can kill them and get them to spawn here, you've basically won the rotation. That's the key thing there. Don't worry about the point right now. Just worry about stopping them from setting up. Just be annoying. I want you to be really annoying here. So we go through, and now look, the new hill's popped, right? They're going to be there. They're going to be pre-aiming the tunnel. If they're in the hill right now, they're going to be pre-aiming the tunnel. So what do we do here? We take our time. We be sly. We think, right, how can we set up right now? Well, if I can dolphin dive to this ledge, to this area, put a trophy down, and then snake the head glitch, at least I'll have a advantage. But look what you do. You go through, and you sprint. Right now, if I said to you, Red, there's a player on the floor there, or there's a player in the head glitch, that player should win the gunfight. There's a player there, or player there. Whoever's pre-aiming you now should win the gunfight because you're sprinting at them. So we want to stop this sprint, be a bit more aware. And look, you go through. I do expect you to die in this gunfight, and there you go. And you die to a gold player. So what happens against the Crimsons and the Diamonds, it's going to be the same thing. So we need to work on these fundamentals now, okay? Because now you're spawning all the way back here, and it's just you're on the back foot again. You're on the back foot again, you're going through. And now I would think, okay, you read it pretty well. They could spawn on your left here, depending on what your teammates are doing. So again, it's about the mini-map here. I actually think they're going to spawn behind you here. I think right now, if we think about what's actually happening, the blue team had this spawn. The blue team actually had the good spawn. So the blue team was spawning there. Okay, so this is team blue. And the red team, which is your team, was spawning around there. Okay, so this is team red. But what ends up happening is your team actually cleared the hill. Your team actually goes through and kills everyone. So right now, this is up to you to identify, oh, hang on, everyone in blue is dead. My teammates are more than likely actually blocking that spawn now. I think my teammates have actually broke that hill. They're probably going to get, like, they probably got the spawn now. This is where you should turn around, Red. Stand on this head glitch on this vent. This vent in front of you, I want to see you on the other side of the vent facing this area on the left. And this is where your skill gap starts to develop. Because you understand, oh, they've spawned behind me. Let me turn around. You see? So how do we know this? Look at the kill feed. Look at the kill feed right now. Your teammate goes through. Your teammate gets 1. Your teammate gets 2. Your teammate gets 3. As soon as he gets that 3, right there, he gets a 3, turn around. Stand on this vent and turn around. Let's see what you do. There you go. Very good stuff there, Red. Perfect stuff there, okay? Really happy there. Good stuff, bro. So you have the knowledge. I'm really impressed with that. Really good stuff, honestly. That was very, very good from you. I didn't expect you to do it, man. So well done, bro. Chat, give this guy some W. That's good spawn. That's really good spawn awareness from Red, man. That's actually insane from you, bro. Great stuff there. Now, the next thing is just be a harder target, okay? That was really good. What you just did right there, that was perfect hardpoint, Red. You looked at the minimap, you saw the kill feed, you saw the spawns, and you flipped. Perfect. But now, be annoying. Look what you're doing, okay? You're in a really good power spot, but you overcommit. Again, in this lobby, you're okay, but when you go up against the Crimsons, they're not going to let you overcommit. They're going to fry you. So just make them suffer. Use your head glitch. Right now, if I said to you, you have to be a hard target to kill, don't jump onto the vent. You see how you're jumping on the vent, now you're out in the open? This guy could kill you. We don't want that to happen. We don't want to give them a chance. Again, this guy, if he was better, he fries you. We don't want to give them a chance, okay? 30 seconds, put a trophy down, be annoying. Again, you're going out in the open, okay? So we want to try and avoid that. 25 seconds left. Get one more wave of kills and push up now. And you're seeing what I mean? You see what I mean by overcommitting? You didn't play the head glitch too well there. You played the first few kills really well, but overall the head glitch, you didn't play the head glitch too well, in my opinion. You kind of overcommitted there when you didn't need to. Just go through, but really good stuff there. Now you're going to spawn in the bad hill. This way you rotate. And they've actually, okay, they pushed out. I thought they were going to give you the good spawns there. So again, right now you're holding it, pre-aiming it. You need to rotate now. You need to be going. You need to be going. You need to be running. Look, you're standing here, you're holding it, and you're too passive here. You need to be going with your team, breaking the new hill. Against a Crimson team, what they're going to be doing, they're going to be on top vent here. So let's see what happens there. Again, the longer you take here, look at the time, Red. It's already going down and down and down, you see? So now with 40 seconds left, you haven't even sniffed the hard point. You haven't even come close to it. Let's see when you get on the hard point. Let's see when you get on there. So it's taking you 30 seconds to cross over. And this is the thing, when you're playing hard point, we need to be a lot faster, because you've given them 30 seconds without contesting it. Now you're going to have fights on it. You're not even guaranteed to get the time, you see? So now you're going through, you're going to have some fights, they have the power position, and you end up, you know, putting yourself in a bit of a disadvantage here. So you haven't even killed anyone off the hill. It's been 40 seconds. So you guys have given them 40 seconds here, okay? What they had a really bad setup, Red. They didn't push out. Just like I mentioned earlier, a good team right now, a good player, what they would have done is they would have somebody top there. They would have someone top third stopping you. They didn't have this. So you actually had the advantage here. They were playing so deep, you should have been able to push through and break the hill, okay? As we go through now, you can see they had basically 60 seconds there. Let's see what you do with the new hill. So you know they're coming through the P5 area, so good knowledge out of you, holding that angle. Again, hold the head glitch there. Good shots. That's fine. You got your stun if you want to use it. Maybe get aggressive. He's quite weak there, right? You want to get aggressive, maybe even use a trophy system. Little plays like that. Right there, you get him one shot. Okay, he's one shot. What do we do? 3 things you can do. 3 things. 1, you chuck a stun through there. 2, you slide cancel through the left and you shoot him. 3, you slide cancel to the right and you kill him. You put the pressure on him. If you don't want to put the pressure on him, you chuck a stun, you hold your frag grenade, you cook it, you throw it over, and that's it. Your kill's done, okay? What you don't do is stand here and let him regen, okay? Because now you give him time, chuck a stun, chuck a frag, get that kill. Put a trophy down, keep going, okay? Little things like that, bro. Let's go through, and that's going to be the end of the game, I believe. I think it stops right there. I don't think it carries on. Is that the end? I think it just stops right there. Oh, I believe they probably got the point from that. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of the game for the boy Red. YouTube, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing plenty of coaching heading into Black Ops 6. If you guys are interested, whether you're bronze, silver, gold, all the way up to any rank, even iridescence. I know I'm not iridescent, but I think I could still give you guys some knowledge that hopefully we can kind of share with each other. And I think I can still be useful for you guys. But regardless, hit me up on Discord and I'll get you guys in a coaching drill, man. I'm going to be doing coaching mechanic sessions and VOD sessions. YouTube, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, drop a like. Catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.